My daughter got her homework back the other day, and there was a question that we had wrestled with because, in my estimation, it wasn't worded very well. There was the possibility to construe the question in two different ways, which would lead you to two different answers. So we picked one. We were wrong. Now, I bring this up because most of the questions you're going to face at work aren't going to be perfect textbook questions where there is a clear, defined, yes, this is absolutely the answer, and if you do not arrive at this answer, you're wrong. They're going to require you to use reason, to use your skill and experience and discernment, and figure out a way forward. Figure out what the next best step is. Maybe not the perfect step, but what is the next best step forward? So when my daughter comes home and she tells me that she got the answer wrong and she's kind of disappointed that we didn't get it right, I'm not particularly concerned about having got that answer wrong because getting the answer right was no longer the point. Reasoning the question out, talking through what the possible outcomes were, and effectively, she did two math problems. Instead of doing one, she worked it out based on one possible interpretation of the question and based on another possible interpretation of the question. So in my mind, she did everything she was supposed to do. The answer may not have been the one that was in the book, but it was not incorrect. And the real learning was not in the answer, but in the process. The learning was in figuring it out, taking a problem apart and making an assertion of saying, here's what I think. That is the hard work. So don't worry when you show up at work that you have to have the perfect answer. Be much more concerned about being the kind of person who can pull problems apart and who's willing to raise their hand and say, here's what I think. That's what's valuable.